Hello everybody, I'm Dupree and welcome to another Rust video. So in this video I will be talking about what the new update that was released today was all about. And on top of that I will also go through some things that the Rust development team is working on and some things that we can be expecting in the near future. First of all, I will be taking on the biggest news. So they've been working hard on implementing a new sky into the game and replace the old one. They have now succeeded with this, and the new sky is live with today's patch. This, however, does not come perfectly right away. There is a problem with trees rendering too bright far away. They are currently looking into this, and it will be fixed very soon. Also, while they were working on the new sky, they noticed that they now have the ability to make the water look a lot better. These two things are the biggest part of today's patch. And with the new look of the water, they are now planning to implement the ability for players to swim sometime in the future. This would be a great addition to the game, and I think it would be a bit of a game changer. Maybe after they've implemented this, you will all be able to build the castle island you've always dreamed about. Other than this, they also have been working on a durability system for all tools, weapons and armor. This is something that they have implemented with today's patch along with the new sky and water. You can repair your tools and armor at a workbench, but after a while they will become unreliable and you'll want to throw them off a cliff or something and replace them with the new ones. They have also made some big improvements on the Linux version of the game. Linux users can now launch the game with the highest graphics settings and see the grass rendering properly, which was not possible before for some users. Now these things was the whole today's patch, but I've got some more info for you guys. I have a list of things here that they're currently working on, and they're hoping to get them done until the 28th of February. So the list is as follows: higher level workbenches, the option to loot sleepers without killing them, research kit extension / modifications, dynamic resources, and scale gameplay elements based on population. So to explain what all these things mean, the higher level workbench I think would be needed for some endgame items such as the M4 or the bolt action rifle. Or maybe it will be needed for structure components. Well, it will at least be needed for some items that are hard to get a hold of or need a lot of resources. And what they mean with extensions / modifications to the research kits is that they're planning to make it a bit more realistic and harder to research things. At the moment, you just drag the research kit onto the item you want to research and then the research kit is gone. We're planning to do it so that when you research an item, both the research kit and the item you're researching disappears. Also, you will need multiple research kits to fully research an item to be able to craft it. After you use a research kit on an item, you will then get a partial blueprint, which will say a percentage. Every time you use a research kit on an item and have a partial blueprint in your inventory, you will then add the partial blueprint until you finally have a full blueprint, which you will then study and learn. The next thing on the list is dynamic resources. By making the resources dynamic, they will not always be found in the same places. You will not be able to build your base near an area with a lot of resources spawning, because they will always spawn on random locations, and it will therefore be needed to venture out to find resources. And the last thing on the list is scaling gameplay elements based on population. With this added into the game, you will then see more airdrops on, for example, a server with 50 players than a server with 10 players. The same would go for resources. If there are a lot of players on the server, that will spawn more resources. So now to the things that are currently being talked and speculated about, and things that they are planning to add to the game in the future. The first of these things is new rock models. These rock models are being made by Tom Butters, and they are not replacements for the resource rocks. They are static rocks scattered around the map that would provide cover or just be there for the looks. They're also talking about adding stone structure components. This will be something in between wood and metal structures, and it will be harder to craft and better than wood, but at the same time easier to craft and worse than metal. Now along with this, they're also working on new models for the campfire, the furnace, the storage boxes and the small stashes, which will be called burlap sacks in the future. We will also sometime in the future see a weight limit. This will be something to keep the inventory system realistic, and it will be added because it's not really realistic running around with, for example, 14 metal walls, 5 storage boxes, 5 M4s and 10 explosive charges. So I think we would be looking at something like what they have in Skyrim and Fallout. Items have different weights to them, and if you carry more than, for example, 70 kilos or 80 kilos or something like that, you won't be able to run. But that's all from me for now, so if you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Rust video.